Hi guys, hi from Tito, our emotional sport assistance dog. He actually is. He actually has done some sessions with children with dog phobias and things, and some of my clients have very patiently allowed him to, run around the sessions when he was a little pupper. So, look, we're going to kind of restart this series of podcasts again about my own mental health story. And due to legal constraints, I have been advised not to be going through my clinical notes, which are obviously going to form part of the evidence for the legal case that I'm taking. So, with that in mind, what I'm going to do is, and for anyone who kind of has an understanding, because most mental health professionals don't, I certainly didn't. I was completely unable to recognize what was happening to me because even though I'm psychoanalytically trained and psychotherapeutically trained, and that is the whole Freudian. I mean, I'm hypnopsychotherapist also. Free association hypnoanalysis, a process that usually takes 5 years, 4 sessions a week of psychoanalysis. So that can be speeded up somewhat. But really, what we're all trying to do is bypass our conscious filters of reason, conscious filters of perception. And really, the basis of hypnosis is trying to get into the hard drive, the unconscious mind, which is very literal. So, the frightening thing is that we remember, not only remember everything, but because we're in a heightened state of awareness, we remember everything in minute detail. And an elephant never forgets. So, more to come about the elephant story and the madness that was Silicon Valley. And I'm not talking about the patients, I'm talking about the staff. So, I have recorded, beautifully stored on the unique timeline that is Facebook, and it stores every single photograph, every single video that you ever posted. Now, some of you may not be aware of this, but there are two sections. If you go to your own page, and there's photographs, and then there's your photographs, and then there's videos, and there's your videos. Go and have a wee look. Bet you never knew that was there. Every picture you've ever posted, and it doesn't run out of storage space, unlike most of your laptops and all these other extra storage that we buy. So, the first thing I'd like to do is introduce the Spiritual Emergence Network. We have a team of trained therapists ready to set up this network in Northern Ireland. And I just want to kind of educate people, take this opportunity as to what a spiritual awakening and what looks like a psychotic episode, bipolar, schizophrenic, manic episode, whatever the pathology label of the week is from the Diagnostic and Statistic Manual and the psychopaths that wear white coats that dish out 3 drugs only that have never changed. One is lithium, the other one is a medication for epilepsy, and the third one is these new agey, all do the same thing, blocked dopamine. Okay. So, I'm just going to go to the Spiritual Emergence Network now. This website is available and you can go and have a look yourself. So, what is a spiritual emergency? Okay. Have you asked yourself any of the following questions? Am I going mad? Am I having a breakdown? Do you have a mental health condition? Am I going crazy or am I losing my mind? Now, I like to be really clear here, and this is the first thing that I reassure everyone who sits in front of me. You're not broken or defective. The world and the system is. In the words of Lewis Carroll, we're all mad here. Whilst there are medical and biological reasons that mostly transgenerational trauma, post-traumatic stress, and the whole world being traumatized and psychologically primed and psychologically manipulated and mind controlled using hypnosis, repetition, neurolinguistic programming, market and advertising. They don't need to use trauma-based torture and mind control these days. MK Ultra, Operation Paperclip, guys. The Nazis are still running the world. It may be what is happening is a process of spiritual emergency or spiritual crisis. Spiritual emergence is a natural process of human growth and transformation characterized by increased awareness, greater sensitivity and richer connection to others in the surrounding world. These experiences may seem unusual and challenging, either to the experiencer or to those around them, as they seem outside of everyday reality. It is common to become more connected with social, economic, health, and ecological issues and the bigger questions in life as we unplug from the matrix and the veils are lifted. These experiences may seem unusual and challenging. Uh, we become more curious and interested in the bigger questions, such as purpose, meaning, and values. This is all neurolinguistic programming, basically. Logical levels of change. So, what's the difference between a spiritual emergence and an emergency, which it really did become in the case of me? When spiritual emergence happens too suddenly, intensely, or before the person is psychologically and emotionally ready, and be mindful that I was an extremely stable and robust person, okay? So, this happening to other people, what happening to me, is terrifying. It can be very stressful and overwhelming. The experiencer may then feel they are unable to cope with what they're going through. Spiritual emergency may occur spontaneously or be triggered by challenging life events, the use of psychoactive substances, or by the pursuit of spiritual practices. So this can happen through meditation, yoga, Kundalini awakenings. When spiritual emergence becomes overwhelming, it's likely to be considered a spiritual emergency, also known as spiritual crisis. What can I do about a spiritual emergency? So we will be setting up, we have a group of volunteers, they will be face-to-face meetings, and we will also have a website, a 24/7 contact line. We're connecting in with psychiatric services. We'll be going around the wards to give talks to make everybody aware that this service is available. The mental health profession is slowly becoming more aware of the need to include spiritual perspective in helping people suffering from psychological or emotional distress. Some well-informed alternative practitioners and healers, and we have a really broad range of very, very experienced people from different walks of life, also offer various methods for working with the process of spiritual emergency. And just a note, we also work with spiritual exorcism, demonic possession, bloodline legal claims, demonic lifelong transgenerational trauma, satanic ritual abuse, alcoholism addictions. It's all demonic possession, guys. Weaning off psychoactive, long-term psychiatric medication. We've got weight, obesity. I'm a doctor of bariatric science and medicine. So we've also got a human rights barristers. We've got a really, really good and very discreet network of support. Um, with appropriate support, people can work through their spiritual emergency and then integrate their experiences. So this is called psychedelic assisted psychotherapy, where we help integrate the experience rather than terrify people by putting them right into an acute mental health ward and forcefully chemically restraining them, which is just let's start in the darkness. They are able to create a meaningful life for themselves and function at a higher level than before their crisis. Now, this time 2 years ago, not on your Nelly could anyone have told me that I would be sitting here doing this right now. I did know that I was going to put a series of educational videos. I promised that the truth was going to get out there and there was going to be change. What I didn't realise was that we were going to have to sink the whole Titanic to do it, but so be it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to tell the story in pictures. Picture tells 1,000 words. So I am going to apologise in advance. I'm not technologically genius. Shouting out for help. Anybody who wants to volunteer, who wants to get involved. And this is global, okay, guys? This is a global network. Please, please do get in touch. We are crying out for God's own army. Also for therapists who really are prepared to go into the dark side, because this brought me into madness and all of this research. So just to set the scene, I had surgery at the start of lockdown. I lost half the body weight, blood O negative. Obviously there was none in the bank, and I had a breast implant that ruptured 5 or 6 years ago, and I can tell you now that it was witchcraft. It was the Rockfellas, and it's called organ body spell. And they did that twice on me, and I'm lucky to be alive. I then got run the psychiatrist program, the suicide program, where with akathisia and side effects of medication they forced into me. I literally watched the clock every day. I was going to throw myself. The Dublin Express train runs right past my house. Right behind my house is a long and ancient satanic ritual site. It's a Presbyterian graveyard, and we've since gone in and exorcised the whole site and ritual and cleared all the quantum entanglement among humans and the transgenerational traumas. Sent all those wee babies and all those trapped souls, whether liked it or not, right back to Source Sophia. Because that's how it goes. What goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. So, okay, just bear with me here because what I'm going to try and do is screen share. Now, I've got my other laptop here. So, I think the best place to start, it's a bit like, there was a BC, before Christ and after Christ, and I think most people will look back at the last few years and it was BC before COVID and AC after COVID. So, what a coincidence. Now, be careful not to talk about coincidences because that means you're also having a psychotic breakdown as well. So, let me please bear with me while I try to go to this share screen. And is there a. Right, okay. I can't see how to. Okay, I was able to do this. Please bear with me. I was able to do this when I was setting this up, and now the button has gone. Um, oh dear, okay, hold on, let me get my dashboard. Okay, I'm going to go to my settings here. Stream. Okay, there's a button here for screen share, stream settings. Here. Now, why can I not do this? Oh, I'm quite upset here because why is this not allowing me to do this? Okay, guys, please bear with me. Oh dear. I mean, there's a button here to start screen share, and probably if we're going live. You're not live. Okay, I just cannot see how to do this. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to have a wee play at this later. Interactivity, pause distribution, dashboard. Okay, that's back to me again. Okay, I do apologise. This is not going to allow me to. Tools, what does that mean? Okay. Alright, maybe I need to set the screen share up before going live. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for your patience and bearing with me. I really hope to see more of you. I'm going to do these every day. I am holding them live, so I really do hope that, like over this lunchtime hour, people can rock up and check in or watch the replay. Above all, please share all over your social media. Do your bit for humanity. Obviously, I'm being red raw here and burning my soul, so I got nothing to hide or any shame at all whatsoever. And as they say, the truth shall set us free. There's a lot of people out there suffering from a bad dose of you brought it all on yourself. And what on earth is Rachel going to say next? So stay safe and sane, guys. And yeah, we'll be ready to get stuck into the main show. I've got loads of amazing videos as well. You can also catch up on our YouTube channel. Our website is thegospelofsophia.co.uk. Wishing you all profound peace.